Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Kurt Waldner Field in Victoria, British Columbia. I'm Cam Smith with U Sports Productions. Thank you for joining us for today's District 7 Little League Major Semifinals. After 5 days of exciting round-robin action, the field has been narrowed down to 4 teams, all with one goal in mind: a spot to Sunday's District 7 Championships final at 1 p.m. Today's doubleheader will decide who gets there. Our second game features the tournament undefeated number 1 seeded Laritz All-Stars as they take on a determined number 4 seeded Beacon Hill Little League squad looking to pull off the upset and punch their ticket into tomorrow's championship. But first, we have a terrific matchup between two evenly matched clubs that both finished the round robin with identical 3-2 records. Number 2 seeded Hampton Little League, the tournament host, squares off against number 3 seeded Central Saanich in what promises to be a highly competitive semifinal. These two teams met earlier in the tournament, with Hampton escaping with a thrilling 8-7 victory. That one could have gone either way, and with both lineups featuring solid pitching, timely hitting, and a strong defenses, expect another tightly contested battle this afternoon. Only one team will move on. Every pitch, every play, and every run matters from this point forward, so settle in. We're ready for today's Little League playoff baseball. It's Central Saanich versus Hampton in the District 7 Major Semifinals. And Smart getting an odd today for Central Saanich at bat. Leading things off is West for Hampton, and there's a pitch with 2 strikes, some high heat inside, and that's for the big strikeout, starting this thing off. And next up for Hampton is Whiteside, and he's got 3 balls on him. Smart with the pitch, and that is up and away, and that's going to walk Whiteside. Put a runner at first with 1 out, and that'll bring out Vasilakopoulos. And Smart with the delivery and the swing, and that is ripped right over to short. Bibby picking it up nicely, fires over to first for the out. Runner advances to second. That's 2 outs, and that'll bring up Davies to the plate. 0-2 count. And the pitch, some high heat, and you gotta love it. What a pitch there by Smart. And that's for the 3rd out of the inning in the 0-0 semifinal. And West on the bump today for Hampton. That's Lenz leading things off for Central Saanich. Here's the pitch. Oh, and this is ripped. And that is a Texas leaguer finding its way into the outfield. That's a nice hit right there by Lenz. And Stokes hitting out of the 2-hole today. And a 2-2 count. And West sizing him up. West with the pitch. That's a nice pitch. Check swing, but he's going to get a piece of that. And that is picked up right there by the first baseman. Just can't get there in time. Then we got runners at first and third. Nobody out. And then the runner is picked off at first. And for the first out of the inning, still leaving runner at third. And on a 3-2 count, West, Bibby at the plate. The ball's going to make its way to the backstop. Bibby with a walk. The runner comes in, and he is safe at home. That puts Central Saanich on the board. And Bibby on first with a free pass. And next up is Mann. And Mann, he's going to go the opposite way with a nice hit. Makes his way through the infield, and that's picked up nicely. That's thrown over to third. Safe at third. And we got runners at second and third now. And that's going to bring Prochnicki into the game. That'll be it for West. And then Prochnicki would walk Smart, and that'll load up the bases. And that'll bring up Trong for Central Saanich with the bases loaded. And Prochnicki with the delivery. And Trong with a sharp grounder right over to shortstop. Oh, and it fires home. Gets the runner. What a play right there by Ramonster. Heads up baseball, taking the lead runner and getting the force out for 2 outs in inning. Bases are still loaded. And then Pacey up to bat, and he would walk, making the score 2-0. And that's a tough one right there. The base is still loaded. And then Duncan would walk, and Duncan's going to hit over to first, and they'll score another run, making it 3-0 Central Saanich early on in this ball game. And that'll bring up Stoddard. Stoddard with the bases loaded, looking to do some damage. And Prochnicki, he induces the ground ball, and that's picked up right there by Rainmonster, taking the force out at second for the third out. What an inning. Central Saanich cashing in on 3 early on to take the lead in this ball game. We'll head to the top of the second inning. And top of the second inning, and Ehlers at the plate. And a full count. Smart with the delivery. That's a beauty pitch right there. Swinging right through it is Ehlers. And Smart still continuing to have a strong outing early in the ball game. And that's going to bring up Leach to the play. There's the delivery by Smart. And Leach, seeing Eye Dog, finds its way in. And that's a single right there. And Hampton got something going early on in this top of the second inning. Now Hollywell up. And Smart, 1-2 count now, and that ball gets away from him right there, and runner will advance over to second. And Hollywell then will walk, putting runner at first and second. And opportunity for Hampton to cash in a runner here. Now Steven up for Hampton, and Smart, 1-2 count, and that's a beauty painting that corner. And there's 2 outs in the inning. Smart doing a good job. And now Rainmonster at the plate, 3-1 count. Smart with the delivery. And Rainmonster, he's going to rip this one. That's going to go right to center field. And Stoddard right there, tracking it all the way. That'll retire the side. Yeah, runners left on base. Still 3-0 Central Saanich. Leading things off for Central Saanich. At the bottom of the second is going to be Eklund. That's Prochnicki, 2 strikes on him. Oh, great pitch by Prochnicki. That's low and away, and that's a great pitch. Swinging through it is Eklund. And then Prochnicki, he's going to walk past it. He'll trot his way all the way over to first base. And then Sweeney steps up to the plate. Sweeney, 1-2 count. Prochnicki has been Prochnicki low and down and dirty. That was a beauty. Oh, I'd steal in second though. That's a great job there, but that's 2 outs in the inning. Runner at second. And Prochnicki with 2 strikes on Lance, and he fires the pitch. That's a beauty, and that will retire the side. He will strike out the side. It's a beauty inning right there for Prochnicki. And he'll flip the script here. Prochnicki now, he's up to bat, facing Smart. 2 strikes on Prochnicki, and a beautiful pitch, just the outside corner. That's painted right there by this young man. That's a great pitch. He's pitching well today. And every time I say that, it just turns out there's a walk, and right there is Brun, and Brun will walk. He'll head over to first base. And then McClung with full count, and he takes a high ball. That was close, but that's a good eye by this young man. And he'll head over to first. We got runners at first and second once again. Hampton finding ways to get on base. And that'll bring up West. And West, 2 strikes he has on him, and West tries to hold back, tries to check that swing. But he goes through, and that'll be second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Sam Whiteside. Whiteside with a good eye. He'll take ball 4, and he'll head over to first base. And that's going to load him up for Vasilakopoulos. And Smart with 2 strikes on him. And that's going to be popped up. And right there is sure-handed Stokes for the third out. And in danger again. 3 left on base by Hampton. 3-0. And in the bottom half of the third, Stokes going to lead things off. And Prochnicki with the pitch. Oh, Stokes turns on this, and that is pounded. Oh, and 1 hop over the fence. Ground roll double. What a hit there by Stokes. Starting things off for Central Saanich. And that'll bring up Bibby, dangerous hitter. Prochnicki with the delivery. Oh, and Bibby just rips this one. Oh, but what a catch. And then Brun will try and get the runner at second, and he will doubles him up. And what a play there by Brun. You gotta love that. Let's take a look at this one again. And Bibby, he just turns and extends on this. And that's gonna go all the way up. But I'll tell you what, Brun, he plays is perfect. And young man just digs that out just before it hits the ground. And what a heads up play to double the runner up at second. Vasilakopoulos, with a great catch right there. And that's a textbook play. You gotta love that. And now with 2 outs. And Prochnicki with a beauty pitch up high and in, and swinging a miss from Mann, and that'll retire the side. And Central Saanich leaving 1 on board. Top of the 4th, and it's Davies at the plate. And Smart with the deliveries, 2 strikes on him. Oh, and he catches the outside corner. And that's going to be for the first out of the inning. Nice pitch there by Smart. And next up is Ehlers. And there's 1-2 count. Smart has on him. Oh, and he just blows one by him. And that's for the strikeout. And second out of the inning, rolling along here is Smart. And that'll bring up Leach. And 2-1 count on Leach. And Leach just gets a hold of this and pounds it. And that'll be a ground rule double. What a hit there by Leach. And putting it at second, and Hampton, they're threatening again. And Halliwell at the plate, 3 balls on him. He's gonna take a walk here, and that's put runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Lentz is going to come in and relieve Smart. Had a great outing, 3 2/3 inning, 2 hits. He had 8 strikeouts, 6 base on balls. But young man did the job. And Lentz will face Spavins. Spavins going to pop this one. It's wrong. He'll take it for the third out of the inning. And Hampton will leave another runner on base. And we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth. And Proknicki facing Smart. 2 strikes on him. Oh, what a pitch. And get the call, 3rd strike. That's the first out of the inning. And that digs up Trong. And Proknicki with the pitch. Trong. He's going to take a poke at this one. Oh, mishandled. Fired over to first. Not in time. And Central Saanich will take that runner at first. And next up is Pacey. Runner at first. 1 out. Proknicki with the delivery. Oh, and he gets a hold of this. And that goes right to the center fielder. That's a nice catch. West doing a good job getting that ball in. That's second out of the inning. And that was Duncan's turn. Had to play Proknicki. 0-2 count. And Proknicki with the delivery. Oh, just heat right down the plate. And that'll take care of the side. What a job there by Proknicki. 2 strikeouts in that inning. And leading things off is Van Master. He gets plunked. Right there, he's going to head her, take the free pass right over to first. And then Proknicki steps out the plate, trying to get things going. And he takes a slash at this one. Oh, and that's picked up Trong. On the fly, line drive right to him. He gets it over to second. That's for the double play. And Central Saanich just loving that. What a play there by Trong. And base is empty, 0-2 count to Brun. And Lentz with the delivery. That's some heat just upstairs. You gotta love that. What a pitch there by Lentz. That will retire the side, heading to the bottom half of the 5th. Where Stoddard lead things off for Central Saanich. And Tate goes the opposite way, gets through the infield, and just in the first. That was a little closer than he expected. And there he is at first. We got a runner. We got things going for Central Saanich. And then Acklin at the plate. And he's going to swing and miss. Runner's going to head over to second, and he's going to be safe. We got a runner at second with nobody out. Now the 1-2 count from Proknicki into Acklin. Oh, he takes it up. That's a 1 hopper. And Van Munster takes it with momentum over to first for the out. They try to get the runner at third, but he is safe in at third. Now Bassett steps up to the plate. Runner at third, Proknicki, 2 strikes on him. He throws a great pitch inside. They're chasing it as Bassett, and that's for the second out of the inning. And Proknicki facing Sweeney, 2 strikes on him. High heat, and that's a beautiful pitch there. Proknicki, 8 strikeouts. A little tough coming into the game in a jam, but he sure has rated that ship up to the 6th inning. And we got a closer coming into the ball game, and that is Bibby in the top of the 6th inning. Hampton can have 1 kick at the can possibly here. And McClung going to lead things off. And I'll tell you what, this is do or die. And Bibby, 2 strikes on him. Just a fastball on the outside corner. That's a great pitch. And then West next up to bat for Hampton. And West 0-2 count. And Bibby with a nice pitch. And West just fired it, sneaks through the infield. He's going to get on first. And here comes Hampton once again. And then Whiteside up next for Hampton. And Whiteside, he's going to turn around, go the opposite way, and he just cranks this. Oh, but what a great catch. Heads up play. And that's Pacey holding her up. And 2 outs, that is Vasculopoulos. And he rips this ball, goes right back to Bibby, and he just saunters over to first. And that's for the 3rd out. And Central Saanich booking their ticket into Sunday's final. against the winner of Lay Ritz and Beacon Hill, 3-0. It was this ball game over Hampton. Hampton did a great job today. We saw a lot of really good plays, and 3-0. That's a tight ball game, but Central Saanich did come up on top. You gotta love it. These young men came out today in Little League Baseball and majors, and they played their hearts out. And Central Saanich back in business. You gotta love that. That's a happy bunch. And we caught up with Mr. Bibby for his thoughts on the game.
How was that playing with your teammates and just having that much fun? It's that's a little bit of a tradition.
I mean, it's just fun to be with these guys, and I play with these guys my whole life.
One of the things
Yeah.
I've seen in a long time, and all the way through your lineup, it's dangerous, and you got good pitching. So you just have to get tomorrow to play in the finals, and how does that feel playing against either Beacon Hill or Reds?
It's just a privilege,
How much of a privilege is that?
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good game. Either way, if it's Central or if it's Beacon Hill or Lay Ritz, it's gonna be.
Your coaches, they help you out all the way through developing, and tell me about your coaching staff, because they must have done a really good job.
Yeah, they're just all great. It's just fun to be around with these guys.
A great game of baseball between Central Saanich and Hampton. They 3-0, doing a great job, and they'll be in Sunday's final against the winner of Loretz and Beacon Hill. That should be a good one. Let's get out in the community. Let's support events like this. My name is Cam Smith with U Sports Production. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on the field.